It's round 5 of the Light Enduro DMAX Championship. We're here at Shenington for the first time. We've just had the qualifying session, and I'm going to try and grab some of the drivers who finished towards the front. Axel Slijepcevic was on, oh, you heard me, was on pole position. So, Axel, you happy with that one?
Yeah, I'm definitely. It's been a long time since I've been to this track. I mean, I know it well, but yeah, I'm really glad to be on pole and to be here in the first place and be part of the race. I think it's going to be a really enjoyable one.
Did you see, have you seen some of the other races today? Have you got a plan for the opening lap?
Not yet, no. I didn't know where I'd be starting, but it's a very strong grid today, so we'll have to see how it unfolds, and let's hope we can have a good one.
Just wing it, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Good stuff, good stuff. All right, we're going to go and try and catch some of the other drivers. Jack O'Neill, who's a completely new face to the series, was second, and third place was Tom Kemping. So we'll go and find out. Axel actually set his best time on his last lap. So we're going to try and catch up with Tom Kemping, who's running away from me. We can probably speak to some of these guys here. We'll speak to Max. Max, not the best qualifying for you in the end. Bit of work for you doing the race?
I'm not sure. I don't feel like I have any pace at the moment at this track, so I sort of feel like I am where I am at the moment.
Yeah, so I guess only can try and move forward.
Yeah.
So Jack, I believe you're new to DMAX Championship, second in qualifying. Have you been to DMAX before?
No, it's done, oh crikey, did the 24-hour DMAX of course, but DMAX round, no.
Yeah, that for Titan Motorsport, of course. So you're used to these karts a little bit. Have you been to Shenington before?
No, not at all. So it's first time out. I think the first lap I went out there, I got a bit hairy into one of the old hairpins, took a bit of the grass. So just trying to learn the track really.
So Tom Kemping, third on the grid for you. Good qualifying overall, and good for your championship, I guess.
Yeah, it's good. I think Max qualified 15 or 17, so he's the main competitor in the championship. So starting from third is a good thing. I was quickest yesterday in free practice, but today I was third. But yeah, it's a long race. Anything can happen. So yeah.
And DMAX have done good thing coming to a brand new track, haven't they? It's really shaken things up, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like they really have a great calendar this year, and that's why I'm racing this year. Especially I never raced before in Shenington. It's very close to my home, but it's a good track because MSA, Super One, everybody comes here, so it's good that DMAX is here. And I'm looking forward to Clay Pigeon as well and the other tracks on the calendar. So yeah, good thing.
Well done, Tom. Eventful qualifying. Here's Alex to talk you through the grid.
So let's run you through the grid for round 5 of the 2017 Daytona DMAX Light Enduro Championship. Axel Slijepcevic on pole position. Alongside him on the front row is Jack O'Neill, a new entry for this weekend. Row 2 is Tom Kemping and Dante Dillon. Sam Bennett and Josh Craft, row 3. Sam Lovelace and William Thomas on row 4. Charlotte Manton and Graham Cobb on row 5. Harrison Pugh and Oliver Springate on row 6. Alex Brazier and David Glover on row 7. Cameron Noble and Sam Hampshire on row 8. Current championship leader Max O'Shaughnessy and Cameron Kahn break up row 9. Dean Thomas and Anatoly Juko row 10. Boyd Wade Jr., Alex Goodchild, Ben Leslie, Steve Bays, Nikolai Angelov, Dave Parker, Daniel Parker and Zod Karekes complete this 28-strong running for round 5 here at Shenington. Beautiful sunshine here, Chris.
Yep. Perfect racing conditions, but a very, very mixed qualifying session. Some big names down the order in Max O'Shaughnessy, Cameron Noble and Cameron Kahn, all ones to watch. The likes of Ben Leslie, Boyd Wayne Jr. down the field as well. But up the front, Slijepcevic, and new to the championship, Jack O'Neill. First time in DMAX, first time at Shenington. He's on the front row. We've got an hour's racing ahead of us. This round 5 of the championship, the first time we've ever been to Shenington. And we're off first time, leading it into turn 1 then is Slijepcevic. Trying to go round the outside is Jack O'Neill, but great driving from Tom Kemping. He's gone through to second place, and Sam Bennett is now up to 4th. Dante Dillon challenging for 5th place. It was a fairly clean start. Everyone gets round safely as they head up towards turn 4 for the first time.
There's at least an 8-cart train I spot coming out of turn 4 heading down into turn 5, so the action's very hard underway with Tom Kemping making his way up into second.
And Dante Dillon up to 5th, so makes that move on, I think it was Joshua Kraft who he had to get past, so he's now up to 5th place. Just checks over his shoulder. Also in that queue is William Thomas as well. Sam Lovelace not too far behind, so 4 drivers there battling over 5th place. Up front, Slijepcevic is away and clear.
O'Neill's back up on the inside of Kempink going into turn 1. Nice move there by Jack O'Neill, new entry for this weekend, gets past Kempink, and right behind them is Sam Bennett. Dante Dillon will not be that far behind and will pull along with him Josh Kraft, William Thomas, Sam Lovelace, and so there's quite a lot. There's still Linus Stern going into turn 4, coming down the back straight, and it looks like Slijepcevic is making a getaway at the moment, Chris.
Yeah, he is, but Jack O'Neill there. Oh, and well, trying to go up the inside there. I think that was William Thomas trying to go up the inside of Joshua Kraft, and Sam Lovelace has gained 2 places out of it, trying to move that, well, was an ambitious one, and it's not helped either of them. It's all going off in the midfield, though. Max O'Shaughnessy is up to 12th. Cameron Noble is up to 11th. Well, they've changed places now, so O'Shaughnessy actually the one in 11th now. Noble back down to 12th. Cameron Khan is up to 15th place. And that's some of the big movers early on in this race.
And Max O'Shaughnessy has just gone up the inside of Harrison Pugh into Wilkins there. So that's another move made up by the current championship leader. That's for 9th out on track. So Max O'Shaughnessy qualifying 17th. That's 10th place. It's qualifying 17th. So that's 10th out on track for Max O'Shaughnessy. So 7 places with about 4 laps completed already as they're going into turn 4 at Stratford Corner.
I think there's going to be another move made by O'Shaughnessy there. Well, no, thought the better of it. Thought about a move, didn't. So maybe into the Bruno chicane or Wilkins as they head down the straight into the chicane. He tries up the inside, but he's not going to have the inside for the left part of the chicane. Can he get the run down the back straight? This is Max O'Shaughnessy, our championship leader, fighting to get in the top 10. So I think he's not been able to get the move done yet, but he goes up the inside at Wilkins, and good move. So
and Harrison Pugh was trying to go with him there. Harrison Pugh was trying to go there with him, but couldn't quite make it. So.
No, and in fact, he almost lost a place to Cameron Noble in the process of trying a move there. But Harrison Pugh also trying to fight for position. Max O'Shaughnessy now trying to make a break for it. Oh, and hitting the cones there. I think that was David Glover maybe who found himself just hitting one of the cones on the exit of turn 2. Could pick up a penalty for that.
Yes, track limits, another thing to watch out here at Shenington. This is the first time...
Oh, and another move. Sorry, Alex. That was Max O'Shaughnessy going up the inside of Graham Cobb into the chicane there. And following him through was, I think, Harrison Pugh who also made that... Or Josh Kraft, sorry, also made that move as well.
That was Josh Kraft indeed, so he's really trying to hang on to the back of Max O'Shaughnessy, tried to go along with him as well, but Shaughnessy is really trying to make hell for leather and get up the field. And he's making up.
I think Graham Cobb might have a problem here. He's really struggling.
And it looks like O'Shaughnessy's made up another place on William Thomas. And then is that William Thomas in the... Yep, that was William Thomas, I think, going up into turn 2.
What about into turn 1? He looks like he's got the run. O'Shaughnessy alongside. Can he complete the move? Yes. So O'Shaughnessy now up into, 6th place now.
And William Thomas is quite quickly closing on the back of Sam Lovelace. So whilst the pair were battling, Thomas was waiting to strike. As we got 3 wide, I think, there's a bit of bumping going through. Charlotte Manton was up on the inside going into turn 3, heading towards Stratford Corner.
It was David Glover and Alex Brazier, the other 2.
So that was very, very bold. 3 wide going into turn 3.
Manton's come out in the front, so 14th now for Charlotte Manton, and I think it's David Glover behind, followed by Alex Brazier, and also now with them is Boyd Wayne Jr., Anatoly Dulko, and Oliver Springate.
I think that's Khan up the inside. That might be Khan up the inside going into turn 4. So nice move from the returning Cameron Khan up into 11th as the pair come down the straight into turns 5 and 6 through the Bruno chicane. So nice little move there from Cameron Khan. Good to see him back after a couple of rounds absence.
Coming straight back up the inside there was Harrison Pugh. So Pugh now back into that 11th place as they come across the line. And is Cameron Khan going to fight back once again? They go past turn 2.
And in the meantime, Sam Lovelace has made it back past William Thomas for 7th. So
Yes.
nice move. That might have been happening into Wilkins as well. So that's another great overtake. And they're trying to battle into turn 4.
More changes at turn 4. Cameron Kahn back up the inside of Harrison Pugh, and Graham Cobb just behind them is starting to get a lot closer now as they work their way through the chicane. Well, another change. Max O'Shaughnessy passed Dante Dillon, so hopefully we'll pick up a replay of how that happened. So O'Shaughnessy back through. Have to keep an eye on these two. Oh no, well, Max O'Shaughnessy straight up the inside down at Wilkins, and O'Shaughnessy now up into 4th place. Jack O'Neill, Alex, set a new fastest lap.
He's closing. Axel Slijepcevic, watch your tail end, Charlie. Here comes Jack O'Neill.
Jack O'Neill then 4/10 behind. O'Shaughnessy now up into 4th place. Dante Dillon has set a new personal best in 6th in trying to catch them, but look just behind the battle for 8th place. Very close at the moment. Lovelace is in there. Kraft is in there. We also have
I'm
Noble,
just saying,
Kahn and Pugh.
is there been a move
Oh,
there?
and Noble. Well, Noble almost spinning coming out of the... I think you were right. There was a move from Kahn on Noble. Noble ran wide and almost spun on the exit. Watch Dante Dillon down at Wilkins. He's lining Sam Bennett up for a move.
And he's gone up the inside. He's gone up the inside. He's made the move stick over Sam Bennett. So it's now Dante Dillon up into 5th place. Here we go. This could be a repeat of the battle we saw at Bucknell Park where Dante Dillon...
Sam Bennett coming back at him.
And he's going up the inside into turn 1. Brilliant move by Sam Bennett. Great dueling between Dillon and... Dillon's back up the inside into turn 2. The pair nearly go side by side into turn 3, heading down into Stratford Corner, turn 4. And Dante Dillon takes the inside line, hangs Sam Bennett on the outside to dry. Great set of moves between those two over the last few corners.
Yeah, good driving there. Dante Dillon eventually makes that move, but he's defending now, inviting pressure once again from Sam Bennett. And Sam Bennett may try a move up the inside.
There's a 3-way scrabble going down the straight. Josh Kraft is right up in there. That's Harrison Pugh and Cameron Kahn going through into Wilkins. Who's going to come out the better? There's one up the inside. Josh Kraft. That's Cameron Kahn on Josh Kraft there. And Will we see Harrison Pugh make amends for this one? He's going up the inside of Josh Kraft, heading into turn 1. Makes the move stick.
Yeah, it's Harrison Pugh, isn't it? Harrison Pugh's through. So he's back ahead of Cameron Kahn once again.
And is that Kahn? That's Cameron Kahn going round the inside, trying to go round the outside into turn 3 as the trio head up into turn 4. It's line astern, and it looks like Harrison Pugh's throw. Is that Pugh or is that Kahn? I can't make out with their white race suits. They're nearly twins out on there, those two.
Yeah, well, Harrison Pugh was ahead, and then he ran wide at turn 2, which allowed Cameron Kahn to get a run on him on the exit, and Cameron Kahn got that place back up at turn 4. But now Cameron Kahn's made the mistake, and Harrison Pugh's gone back up the inside as
and here comes Josh Kraft. Josh Kraft's going up the inside into Wilkins. Is he going to take 2 places? Yes, he does. Brilliant move by Josh Kraft there, and that was fantastic, opportunistic, overtaking its finest. And they're battling side by side going into turns 1, turn 2, and that's Kraft. Then followed by Kahn and then Pugh. And look, there's 2 other carts joining this melee as well, it looks like.
Yes, Noble and Cobb. So up at turn 4.
Here we go.
Keep an eye on what's going on there.
And Kraft has lost a place there. I think that was just Cameron Kahn.
Yes, it was. And then it's Pugh, and then Noble, and then Cobb as they go through the chicane. So Kraft did get those 2 places back, but he's allowed Cameron Kahn back through. Looks like he's made a break for it all of a sudden. And as I head down to Wilkins, are we going to see any
Harrison
more changes?
Pugh's forcing it up the inside. Harrison Pugh goes up the inside of Josh Kraft again into Wilkins. The pair are side by side, turning onto the right-hander towards the start-finish straight. Harrison Pugh gets ahead of Josh Kraft as they go into the start-finish line. Who's going to get the best into turn 1? Kraft gets the line into turn 1, Pugh into turn 2, and look, Cobb goes up the inside of Kraft there.
Well, yeah, that was Cameron Noble, wasn't it?
Cameron
Making
Noble.
the place.
Sorry, I got so excited, I forgot which driver which. Oh, there's a clash between the number 27 and the number 32 going into turn 2 there.
I think that's David Glover and Oliver Springate.
So there was a bit of a clash between the pair. The pair
Ben Leslie's making a move around the outside at turn 3 as well. So that's Ben Leslie trying to let's see where he is in the order. Well,
Ben Leslie is showing.
He's been shown a lap down. maybe he's picked up a penalty.
A bumper to bumper coming through turn 3, the back
Here we
marker
go.
traffic.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's another
Right, let's
battle
watch turn
royale
4, Alex.
going down into turn 4. The pair is side by side. O'Neill to the outside, I think there.
No, he's up the inside of a back marker.
It's up the inside of a back marker. So this back marker traffic is.
Oh, and here comes Jack O'Neill. I think he may be trying into the chicane. He's certainly having a look up the inside, but backs out of it in the end. Now they're catching 3 back markers up ahead. I think that is Nikolai, is that Angelov, Dean Thomas and Dave Parker up ahead of them. Those 3 have been close. They're battling over 23rd place.
They're just coming
about
through
to be interrupted by our 2 leaders.
Who had just come through Wilkins across the start-finish line, heading down into turn 1. So Axel really has to move through this traffic very quickly if he wants to keep Jack O'Neill off his tail end Charlie. And the back markers are now having to watch their backs.
Oh, here we go. He's gone the wrong way. Axel Slejčević may have gone the wrong way here. Well, that was Jack O'Neill getting fully alongside. He actually, I think that was Dave Parker, pointed him towards the inside, and Axel Slejčević for some reason chose the outside.
And it looks like the pair are coming into turn 1 as we speak.
Yeah, they are. And oh, Axel sideways almost spins going through turn 1. How on earth did he save that? Well, Axel Slejčević, worrying moment for him there. He was almost thrown completely sideways, and Jack O'Neill there in second place almost found himself clattering into him, but it's still as you were, and no damage done.
Coming in, the leaders are now coming into turn 1 as we speak. They're making through back marker traffic at the moment, so there are some battles up ahead.
Oh, there's 3 wide.
And there's 3 wide coming out of turn, and Axel wasn't very happy about that little carambolage going into turn 2.
Harrison Pugh try and fight back into turn 1, which he does. Sam Lovelace all the way around the outside, goes up the inside into turn 2. Oh, and Harrison Pugh just giving Sam Lovelace a little bit of a tap through turn 2 there, and all of a sudden he's back into 3rd, Alex, as they head up towards the Stratford hairpin.
So Pugh still ahead going into turn 4. Lovelace having a bit of a nice little love tap there from Pugh going into that particular corner, as the pair now come down the straight from turn 4 into turns 5 and 6, the Bruno chicane.
And Lovelace again, well, Harrison Pugh takes a really wide line through that chicane. So here's the chicane. Now, a lot of people, of course, going into the right-hander, they think the most important part is the left here, which covers off a move, but it's actually the exit. So you can see Lovelace there got a much better exit.
And the pair come through. Jack O'Neill has been closer than he has been for the last couple of laps or so, as the pair come through into turn 1, and Jack O'Neill's taken the lead. Jack O'Neill's taken the lead into turn 1 over Axel Slejčević. It was only a matter of time, and he bided his time, he got past, and he's now in the lead. Great move, great clean textbook overtake by Jack O'Neill.
That through turn 1 they go. Axel still behind Jack O'Neill. He's now the one doing the following. Jack O'Neill has been in second since the start of the race. Axel doing the leading for the last 7 or 8 laps. It's been reversed, and there's still nothing to separate them, even though Jack O'Neill is now doing the one leading. Look how close Axel is. That's how close Jack O'Neill has been to Axel the whole race. Now they've swapped places, nothing's changed basically. So this one, I think, will probably go down to the last lap unless anything happens. And Axel trying to line up a move in the last corner and goes through. So Axel now retakes the lead from Jack O'Neill, looks over his shoulder, this time defends into turn 1. This now the 55th lap of the race, 15 minutes left. Axel back in the lead for the second time, Jack O'Neill behind him. Well, what does he do now as they go up towards turn 4?
Well, they're heading up there. It's line astern between this battling duo for the lead, and eventually the victory here for round 5 of the 2017 Light Enduro class here for the Daytona DMAX Championship. But yes, Jack O'Neill, it's been we've been waiting for that right hook punch to come. Axel Slejčević got one back on Jack O'Neill.
He keeps looking over his shoulder, Axel, at every opportunity, which is basically a sign of he's worried. He's worried about Jack O'Neill. Look at what's ahead of them as they come down the start-finish straight. 4 drivers all battling. In that we've got Noble, Lovelace, Craft. They're battling for position as Lovelace goes up the inside of Noble just ahead of the 2 leaders. So the 2 leaders are coming up onto a very close battle for what is 9th place. and they're racing for a lead. We've got 6.5 minutes to go, and I think this is where we're going to see the race won or lost, when whoever emerges out of this pack of karts in the lead, I think, may be the winner of the race.
I couldn't agree more there with you, Chris, as the pair now go down towards Wilkins.
Well, they're both past, I think that's Dean Thomas and Anderson Pugh. They're both past them safely. So next up it will be Cameron Noble and Sam Lovelace. So hopefully they get through okay coming down the start-finish straight, which they do. So both past there. And yeah, that's Jack O'Neill through okay as well. So, well, they got through them a lot quicker than I expected. There is a lot of experienced drivers in there, to be fair, and they couldn't be much closer. The gap between them, 1.5 tenths. Axel's defending into turn 1, into turn 2 they go. They've got a back marker just ahead. Axel is on the defensive now. He looks over his shoulder. Jack O'Neill is sizing him up for a move. He couldn't be closer. Going down to turn 4, Axel defends. Jack O'Neill, well, he took a defensive line on the entry, managed to get back across, and again Axel looking over his shoulder. We're into the final 5 laps of the race as they head into the chicane, and just ahead of him a back marker. They should get through down the back straight okay. That's, if they're spotted. Jack O'Neill didn't get the best exit from the chicane, and I have a bad feeling he's about to be held up here. He isn't. So, well, they're side by side coming out of Wilkins. Jack O'Neill on the outside, Axel to the inside. They head down towards turn 1, and Axel once again is defending from Jack O'Neill as they head through turn 2. Is Jack O'Neill going to try and move up at turn 4? He's had a lot of opportunities to do so, Alex, but he's very close this time.
He's run on the back bumper. He nearly went up the inside that time around.
Straight, Axel defends in towards turn 1. They come through turn 1 into turn 2, and O'Neill up the inside gets the move. O'Neill takes the lead.
Slijepcevic is coming back. Slijepcevic is coming back. They're going into turn 3, heading down into Stratford Corner on turn 4.
O'Neill's covered it off. He's covered it off. He's got the lead. He defends into turn 4. Slijepcevic looks to the outside. O'Neill's just got to hold on the exit, and he does. So O'Neill's got the lead on lap number 69. We've got just 3 minutes left in this race.
They're now heading down into Stratford Corner, probably for the penultimate time of asking. And Axel Slijepcevic goes up the inside into turn 4, retakes the lead. Brilliant move by Axel Slijepcevic, right up the inside. Jack O'Neill right on his back bumper.
O'Neill just left the door open there, and he's been punished for it. Sat in the middle of the track and left enough space for Slijepcevic to retake the lead. He'll be kicking himself for that if he doesn't win this race, but I think they're going to have one more lap as they cross the line. And O'Neill's going around, he's trying to go all the way around the outside. That hasn't worked, and that's a mistake. Slijepcevic has a gap. O'Neill, is he going to have enough time to close him down? This is the last lap of the race. The gap between them is 0.4 of a second. I don't think he will, Alex. I think this is race over. I think Axel's done just about enough here to take the win. But Axel Slijepcevic, you have to say that move at turn 4 was worthy of a race victory, and he defended brilliantly. And a mistake at Wilkins for Jack O'Neill has denied him a chance of getting the win. The win goes to Axel Slijepcevic. Second place will go to Jack O'Neill, and third, only just about, I think, is going to go to Tom Kempink. Let's see, because Max O'Shaughnessy was getting close to him, but yes, Kempink takes third, O'Shaughnessy is fourth, and fifth place is Cameron Carr.
So let's run you through the remainder of the finishing order for round 5 of the 2017 Daytona DMAX Light Enduro Championship. Notable mentions have to go to both Slijepcevic and O'Neill. Brilliant, entertaining battle, hard, clean, but fair racing. Thank you very much. Tom Kempink into third. Max O'Shaughnessy extending his championship lead, I would imagine, with a notable performance from 17th on the grid to finish 4th ahead of the returning Cameron Khan in 5th. William Thomas, Sam Bennett, Harrison Pugh, Cameron Noble and Sam Lovelace complete the top 10 ahead of Dante Dillon, Oliver Springate, Graham Cobb, Josh Croft, Alex Brazier, Charlotte Manton, Sam Hampshire, Daniel Parker, Steve Bays, Boyd Wade Jr., Anatoly Duko, Dean Thomas, Nikolai Angelov, Zolt Karekes, David Glover, Alex Goodchild, Ben Leslie and Dave Parker. So that's it for the light enduros here at Shenington.
Tom Kemping, third place there for you. I guess a bit of a lonely race at times, but you did have to keep your pace up because Max O'Shaughnessy was trying to chase you down, wasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. So at a good start, went to second when I overtook Jack. But then Jack overtook me again, and I tried to follow, but yeah, I could not follow, and Jack catched up with Axel, but yeah, thereafter Max was coming, so I had to fight for every tenth. I was a bit unlucky the first time we went into traffic. I think I lost like 2 seconds or something. But yeah, Max was closing down. But yeah, I was just hoping that the finish came earlier. But I did manage to stay third. So yeah, at the end, a good result for the championship. I ended in front of Max, who's leading the championship. So yeah, up to the next round.
Well done, Tom. Jack, we'll come to you. We'll come to you next. Hello. Oh, I'm going to step up here actually. Jack, good race overall. I particularly like the move you did at turn 2 there. Talk us through that one.
Which one's turn 2?
The cafe corner, just there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Axel was taking it real tight in. That's sort of the only place really I had any chance of overtaking, because out every corner he'd just get a bit of a gap, and to lunge from 2 carts bank is going to probably end pretty badly. So could get the move done there. Yeah, it was a good move, and it was just a hard defence to the end of the race really.
Have you enjoyed coming to DMAX?
It was a good race. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I'm glad I made it quite a battle, because I was thinking initially Axel made the gap and I thought, it's going to be quite a lonely race here. But yeah, I think that just a few minor errors that Axel made, that sort of maybe just getting a little bit of a toe, and then once it's hard, when you're in the lead and you're sort of looking over your shoulder, it's hard to sort of keep the consistency. So he did a real good job really to sort of keep it as it was. But no, glad I could make it a race for you guys.
Yeah. Well, come back.
We'll do.
You have to. Axel, well, we'll come to you next, mate. Brilliant race, particularly the move you did for the lead. The race-winning move. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, every lap he stuck it on the line, kept it on the white line. I know this lap he left cart length, maybe not even that, but I managed to get it up the inside, and from there I think he tried a few moves around the outside which cost him a little bit, which gave me a slight gap towards the end, which made it. But I don't think any of us were going to pull away at all. It was just going to be a scrap all the way till the end, so really pleased with the race.
It was a brilliant race, wasn't it? I mean, is that one of the best races you say you might have had?
I wouldn't say the best, but I'll put it up there. I'll put it up there definitely near the top. I mean, there was no chance we could ease it around there, really pushing start to finish, so really happy with the result.
Well done, Axel. Well done. That's Light Enduro done here from Shenington. If you want to get involved in this championship, visit our website or call this number.